Hello and welcome to the Orthodox View, where we discuss the latest religious news from an Orthodox Christian perspective. I am its host, Philip Champion. Russian pilgrims on the Turkish coast. The Language and Culture Association, with the support of the Russian Orthodox Church, organized a children's camp called Pilgrim in the town of Ephesus in Turkey. At the camp, children studied Russian language and culture, foundations of the Orthodox faith, were engaged in fitness exercises, archery training, and walking tours. There was also a drama studio for children to learn presentation skills and various acting techniques. Among the participants were children not only from Russia, but also from Turkish families. To be restored at last. The over 17 centuries old Basilica will be restored. The early Byzantine Basilica was discovered by accident in the courtyard of the Mihai Eminescu National College in Romania back in the year 1962. However, nothing has been done since then for the preservation of the shrine. Only recently, the city authorities signed the permissions necessary for the restoration of the building. At some point in history, the Basilica was the center of the Diocese of Tomis. The bishops of this diocese used to be buried at a rectangular vault of the basilica. The vault, together with several walls of the former church with a vaulted ceiling and 3 niches, have also been discovered during the archaeological excavations. Confirmed by archaeology. Archaeologists have discovered in Jerusalem the physical evidence of a major earthquake that happened in the 8th century before Christ. This event is mentioned in the books of the prophets Amos and Zechariah in the Old Testament. In the course of excavations, archaeologists discovered ruins of buildings and broken pottery in eastern Jerusalem. These discoveries present another evidence of the earthquake obtained earlier in other places in Israel and on the bottom of the Dead Sea. In order to prove that more than one building were affected, archaeologists compared the ruins to other similar places, both inside and outside Jerusalem, and found everywhere a similar stratum of ruins. They believe that the disaster was not of local but of large-scale nature. As the local mass media reports, in the biblical sources, an earthquake was considered to be a significant historical event and was used as a reference for marking a new period. In our time, such a marking point may be seen in the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. Forces of evil against Orthodoxy. His Holiness Kirill, Patriarch of Moscow and all Russia, commented on the situation in the world Orthodoxy. I quote, "May the Most Holy Theotokos help preserve the unity of the Orthodox churches, which is being torn apart by the forces of evil today. And we know what is happening today in world Orthodoxy, how these forces, using the difficult situation that has developed in Ukraine, are trying to break the unity of the Orthodox Church. And in some ways, they are succeeding. An example of this is the sinful and inexplicable visit of the Patriarch of Constantinople to Kiev and his concelebration with schismatics." At the same time, His Holiness Patriarch Kirill expressed hope that despite the divisions and schisms, the Church will survive and lead its faithful children to the end of history. Help from the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. Children from low-income families have been equipped for school by the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. School backpacks were distributed to children from low-income and large families. On that day, 8,000 children received all that is necessary for school. A festive prayer service for the children and their parents was led by the rector of Kiev Theological School, Bishop Sylvester of Belgorod. I quote, "Our church is all of us. It is our great family. In a family, there are those who are in greater need and those who can help." Power is all that is necessary. The visit of Patriarch Bartholomew of Constantinople to Ukraine is a demonstration of power which simply does not exist. This is what was stated by Professor Archpriest Darko Jogo of the Serbian Orthodox Church. I quote, "Apparently the Fanar needs some demonstration of power which essentially it does not possess. One cannot exclude the possibility that there are certain lucrative motivations for this." Father Darko pointed out that it is now necessary to gradually get accustomed to live in a world in which the Patriarchate of Constantinople no longer exists. This is all for now. Thank you for your attention, and see you next time on The Orthodox View.